we will get started for our new year. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Happy New Year. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
We're happy to have you for week. I'm trying to think. This is episode, believe it or not, it's our third season. And I used to do episodes. I would cut them up into 25, whatever. But I continued this on, so we're at episode 74, I believe.
Oh.
In 3 seasons. There's our third season. I didn't think we'd even make it through one. After being, we're doing okay. We're hanging in there.
Yeah.
But I need to have the kids come over and tell me how to put that on a YouTube thing.
Yeah, so you can have...
Because even if it's just like a cartoonish thing
yeah.
that stays on there,
While we're
I really
talking.
and we could get more comments.
Yeah.
That would really help. In fact, we had some comments on, what was the question? Oh, what would you do what would you give up for financial? And we actually had, Tracy had, I forget, I'm trying to find it on here now.
Tracy from...
Malik, she said something about, I forget what it was. And I'm trying to find him, and I'm having trouble finding him now.
Because they're later.
And, what you would give up? Would you work 365? Remember we talked about working 365?
For how long or whatever. Yeah.
But there's so many things to talk about. So I want to talk about I'd like to talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions and when people give it up, but I can't find my paper. So we're going to go that route next week because it'll be the middle of the month and most people will be done with it by then.
Probably.
Because, you eat, you wear your stretchy pants during the holidays. And then, you eat and enjoy it. Then you say, I'm going to get the treadmill out. You get it out for about a week. And it's hard. Ours is put away. And it's hard to dig it out. It's just a kind of a pain. When it's out, you use it.
Because I'm going to see if I can get it out here.
But we're going to talk about, I do have some things they say when you should start a New Year's resolution. It's not actually in January. And then also we're going to talk about someone was offered some money for a dog. I'm not going to tell you the exact amount yet. But just think about this, depending on how much is your dog worth. Is it, more money than anybody, they couldn't possibly come up with a number you'd sell your dog, but we'll talk about that too. But first, we're going to talk about something new that I just found out. It's called sploshing. Now, I don't know if you know what this is. This is actually...
Is it anything like splunking?
Sploshing is a new bedroom trend that is taking over. So, as your mind is wandering to what is sploshing, I have to admit that it took me a while to I'm reading this
to figure
and
out
I'm thinking,
what it was.
sploshing, where are we going with this, right? So they actually talk about, like, if you're going for the holidays, we just ended the holidays, and you're heading off to your parents, and you want to spend a couple nights with your partner or whatever, but maybe you weren't allowed to sleep in the same room or whatever. So you get back, how some parents, even though you're married, they want you.
I don't know.
We never like that.
Never like that.
No, we were. My parents weren't like that either.
No.
Heck, they would bring the mattress out to the living room.
And let us sleep
They encourage
right
it, actually.
Yeah, although your mom has slept above us,
Well,
there was no
but
hanky-pankies
anyway,
going on.
so if you want to add a little spice between the sheets, and you want to do some sploshing, okay? Do you have any idea do you have any thoughts of what it could be?
No.
It's this is one you have to get the washing machine ready because sploshing gets pretty messy.
Oh, so the water's involved.
No, there's no water involved, but it does get pretty weird. So it was reported the hashtag of sploshing had over 7 million views on TikTok, Instagram, Reddit. And so they explained what this means. So here I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. It takes me a little while. I know what it is, but I want to read it so that you all get what sploshing is. So let me get down here to the bottom of the. Okay, splashing, ready, is a fetish in which people derive sexual arousal and pleasure from being covered in food products and beverages. So you're right about there is some
Ew.
liquid. Now, so for some people, it's very pleasurable and very liberating. Now, this, it says it opens, it's moist, and when you get aroused, your mouth opens more and you get more lubricated from being splashing. Now, splashing sounds like your kind of thing you can really start.
Well, that's like rubbing spaghetti sauce on you
Yeah,
and then licking it off.
It could
I
be
mean,
anything. It just said spaghetti, cucumbers, chocolate. Every moment, every movement, taste, every smell. Imagine your saliva is accumulating all these. I don't know if I could do spaghetti and cucumbers. I don't know. Maybe. Splashing is basically just getting excited about seeing you play with a lot of food in a kinky type of way. That is splashing. So if you're going to do this, make sure your partners, if you're bringing...
Eat a banana and leave it to that.
That could be splashing too. Bringing the old banana in with your... Here, honey, can you rub this banana? Sexual manner. So yeah, that's splashing. Just bringing out the vegetables.
Really slow for you, baby.
If I see Terry chopping up a lot of vegetables, I know we're splashing tonight.
Yeah.
I'll make a little extra spaghetti.
And how many times do you think that'll happen?
Never. Zero. It'll
I
happen
have to
zero
clean
times.
up the mess too.
Well, that's just it. I mean, I don't really want to change our sheets. We barely change them now.
Well,
So, I
we
mean,
do. It's just not. If you're splashing, you could have to change
that would
them
give
all
us
the
a
time.
reason to actually change our sheets.
Yeah, but
Do a little splashing. Maybe after the show, we'll do a little
well,
splashing
what if you have
together.
something sticky in there and you can't get them out?
I'll
And
tell you what
after
you do.
they've been washed,
Here's
they're
what
still sticky.
Yeah, here's what you do. So you wait about, I don't know how often people change your sheets, but say it's
A
like
week to
2
2
weeks,
weeks.
right? So you're getting ready to the 2 weeks period.
Uh-huh.
That's when you do the splashing because you know you're going to change the sheets.
Right.
So you get out the cucumbers, the spaghetti, the avocados.
I know, but
And
all
the
that stuff
bananas
doesn't come out.
and the
easy. So you're
oranges.
gonna have to soak your sheets for like overnight.
I wonder if
in
lemon would-
oxy or something.
If you use lemon, it'd be like a little stingy in certain areas. Put a little lemon in there.
You're gonna lick
Might
it,
burn.
and it might make you pucker
It
too.
might go. That's what I'm saying. Depends on how strong it is. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard a new a slogan, a new phrase, a new bedroom trend called splashing. You can tell your friends where you heard it first, right
Probably
here
on TikTok.
on this show. Well, yeah, they probably knew it before I did.
TikTok's on everything.
Takes me a while to get in the groove because we're old and we're not hip.
We're not hip anymore.
We have Snapchat. We're getting hipper because
yeah.
Fen likes to see.
His eyeballs.
It was so
pop.
funny. It was so funny because I was telling this story at work. So we're back in the back room and we're playing and Fen says what I thought was what it sounded like was apple. And he would go, apple. And I saw you want an apple. No. And it was kind of funny because he's getting
he
more
came to me.
So no, this happened. This is like a minute or two that we're talking back and forth because we were playing that Blippy thing, Blippy dinosaur, whatever. So
He probably wanted to show you the
and then
eyeballs.
he said it again. Yeah, eyeball. So I said an apple, and he's getting a little frustrated now. What was funny was we go into the living room. Lauren is there, and Terry's there, and I said, I don't know what he's saying, and he said it, and Terry says, apple, and he gets no.
He had a fit. He had a
He's
fit
like,
in me.
no, and then but you got it though.
And then I said,
You did it. You said it. Eyeball.
on the phone. And you said, I said, is it on the phone? And he said, yeah. And I said, oh, he's saying eyeball. He wanted to make his eyeball. He puts that one on Snapchat that, your eyeball comes out and then he pops the eyeballs. He likes to do that.
I mean, it's sad, but it's funny at the same time because he was getting because even Lauren said apple and he's like, no.
Oh, and we upset him so much with one of the Christmas presents that we gave him early.
We did. I think we talked about this, but yeah, we gave him that egg It's like a
It's like a clay or a dirt.
yeah, it's an
architectural. Yeah, it came with a brush and a little chisel.
What is it? Why can't I think what it is?
Like
You dig into
clay, architectural. Yeah,
it's not architectural. It's
archaeology.
Thank you. So anyway, we get this and we break it apart and
he finds a little plastic dinosaur.
Like, more?
And we're like, that's the only one we got. We didn't know if you'd like it. And guess what? He threw a fit. More!
Like, more! Yeah, I don't have any more.
Oh, okay. I guess we can order some more of them. I got to remember where I got it from.
Grandkids are keeping us young. And then we get there. Everybody's asleep. I don't know if I told this story or not. Everybody's still asleep while Lauren's working. Fenn's sleeping upstairs. We're in a dark living room.
That was yesterday, so you didn't. I don't think you did. No.
Well, we had 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
We did quickly. So anyway, we're in the dark living room. We're on our phones. We're whispering. The dog is wanting petted, and Beckett is in the playpen bassinet,
whatever
you want to call it, in the lid right beside us. And then you hear. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I mean, all the way across the room.
I actually thought Terry farted because that's how loud it was. I'm like, Terry, settle down over there.
That's Beckett. He's got some heavy gas.
Might have been some of that.
You blow that diaper right across the room.
I thought maybe it was that splashing. Maybe something got stuck and blow it out of there.
Yeah, right.
But man, that boy can fart. He can fart. 3 months. And he farts with the best of them.
And I've only changed one diaper that didn't have poopy in it. He is the most poopinest thing I ever did see.
That was Fennite, because we're trying to get him to at least sit on the potty. He's just not. But it's funny because I'll say, "You want to change? No poop." I said, "Okay, that's fine." But I said, if you want changed, I can change you.
Sometimes your diaper gets heavy.
No poop. But he was asking. See, here's what I was thinking.
Yesterday,
he was asking to be changed.
Because he had so much pee in there, it gets
so that's
way
a good
down.
sign, right?
Yes.
So
that is a good sign.
That's a good sign. So anyway, all right. That's our.
Because his butt's feeling heavy.
Yes, that's our grandchildren stories of. That's
this week's grandchildren
story. Yeah, that's our. So maybe we should try that. If we come up with something funny, they usually do something funny. He really cried then when we left. That's heartbreaking.
It is. He just bawled.
He held
was
on
in
to
the back
me,
window, and then he was in the back window watching us go down the hill.
Yeah.
And it was sad.
So as we get into 2024, and we had our little show last week telling you to have a great 2024. We hope you do. We hope you have a safe, happy, healthy, all that good stuff new year. They were talking about New Year's resolutions, and I thought I had a paper here that talked about New Year's. I could swear I have so much here. Look at all this crap that we don't really get to. But anyway, in fact, I have a whole plan of what we were supposed to be talking about.
And you're sitting over there and you're not paying attention to it.
No, I'm not even. Because the splashing thing came up and I wanted to do that first. And then I found out about this dog thing. So then I wanted to do that. Because I'm trying to find something, that's interesting. Sometimes they're not as interesting as I think.
I know people are into
I think
their
they
pets.
should be.
You would have sold any of our pets for a minimal amount of money, wouldn't you?
Would have sold what?
Any of our pets for a minimum amount of money.
Well, let's just go there then.
Say $100. You'd have said sold.
Yeah, to the highest bidder. Yeah. Let's do that first, then we'll do the this New Year's thing. So this lady on TikTok, she says that someone offered her $200,000 for her Doberman Pinscher puppy. And so when she put this up there, I mean, it kind of riled people up. $200,000. Now, again, is this true?
Yeah,
who knows, right? The video was...
that would pay your bills off. I mean...
You got to admit, come on, $200,000 for a dog? You didn't pay.
I
mean, I'm sure they paid...
A couple thousand.
I'm sure they did. I mean, I don't know.
You never know. I don't know
what
how
a
much
Doberman
costs.
It's I'm assuming a purebred, right?
I would assume if they're willing to pay that kind of money.
But again, I don't know what you paid.
And I don't know how much you can win at like a dog show or whatever with them if you're going to show them, you know.
Yeah. So this video was shown, well, actually seen 950,000 times. She says someone offered her $200,000 for a puppy, and I told my husband, absolutely effing not. That's what she said. No way. This is in Los Angeles. Now, the question was, would you guys sell your dogs or dog for $200,000 like that's my baby? Now, they're, again, I understand.
But they're adopted babies, and you can adopt another one.
Yeah, for $200,000, you can buy two.
Or three,
and
or
still
four,
have
or
money
five,
left
yeah.
over.
You could buy a whole room to put them in.
A lot of, this whole thing started, when they started watching it, a lot of people were kind of divided as to, is this really serious that someone would offer
someone that much kind of money?
Why? Did they know this dog? Did they think it was going to be?
Think it was a good
they
show
want to
dog?
Race it?
Yeah,
is
or
that
maybe
Doberman?
racer? Yeah, or
is
racer.
that greyhounds? That's more like a greyhound.
I don't know, but
One user found the SAG interesting enough to put out their own response, letting the world know they would eagerly give up their own dogs for $200,000. So the opposite went on. So she's saying, no way. This other person gets on and says, hey.
If you want my dogs, here's a picture. I'll take $200,000.
And that response actually got 5 million views.
Oh, and then people were probably mad at him for waiting to get up.
They're just thinking it's funny because it's like, what are you thinking? So I guess the question would be, and I wish Zachary was here. I wish Alexis and Nathan were here, or even RJ and Lauren. Would you, if someone seriously came up to you and said, we'll do it this way, would you take $100,000 for Rigby? Now, if it was my dog, I'd say, where do I sign? That's just me. Okay, because I'm, I like dogs.
Let me give you here. He's coded or whatever. Let me give you the site so you can go in and say new owner or whatever.
Thing. Yeah. I mean, let's talk to you. You've been a dog owner most of your life. You were young. You had several dogs.
I get attached to the dogs, though.
You're still attached.
I am.
You still are.
Attached to all four of the dogs. Well, I'm not quite to Yuri yet. Mila is a nut. She's beautiful, but I might sell her just because she hurts you. Like, she can really knock you out.
Yeah, she is a nut.
She's worse than Rigby was hoping that she calms down as she gets older.
Yes, hopefully she'll calm down, but she is a freaking nut.
But they said how bad they thought Rigby was, and guess what? That's what they get for saying it.
I guess I'll ask the people out there, because I know there's a lot of people who love their dogs. And those of you that are listening, maybe even track your own friends and say, hey, what would you do if someone offered you a large amount of money? I don't know about $200,000. That just seems ridiculous to me that someone would offer for a Doberman Pinscher puppy. I mean, maybe they would offer you, say you paid $3, they offer you $6. You might say, you know what, I really like my dog. $200,000. I mean, that would change your life. It could change your life. $100,000 could change a lot of people's life if you're smart about it.
Yes.
I mean, and
use it in the right way.
You got to have some smarts. And don't go out and be stupid with it. But again, would somebody actually do that? I don't know. So I'm going to take it out to our audience. Would you be willing to part with your dog for not just, forget 200,000. We'll say 20,000.
Yeah.
10,000, 20,000.
What would be the price that you could part?
And maybe
your dog for?
Some would say there's, I can't, and I understand. Even though I talk about, I don't get it. I do get it. There is something about they love their pet. Their pet is their baby. It is. And that's, now there was another, a story I just read today, actually. I did it on my morning show on FM 7 The Drive. So this lady wanted to know, is she wrong? Is she being too hard-headed? Here's what it said. It started out with, my husband wants to get the kids a puppy. She says, as she goes through the story, she says, first of all, we're busy. We both work long hours. She said, I just don't feel like it's right to bring a puppy in the house. We're going to not see it for 8 or 9 hours a day. She said, then I'll end up having to take care of the dog because I know that's just how it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They all say they want to take care of the dog, but it'll be me. Then she goes on to say that we really don't have the finances right now. We're supposed to go on a family vacation, which they have not done. And we haven't even put money away from that. But he's saying, well, we'll get dog walkers. We'll hire a dog walker. We'll go through the apps. She said, we're going to pay somebody through an app to dog walk the dog. So we're not putting money away. We're not. She said, am I wrong? Am I being too, I forget the word she used. Am I being that kind of an ass because I don't want to get a dog? But it's not because I don't want to get a dog. It's just the timing right now isn't right. So my thought was, now I've heard a lot of, they have all these studies about kids growing up with dogs. It helps them a lot. They're more outgoing. I don't know.
All three of ours have a dog, and I got our first dog before Zachary was born.
Well, that's a good point.
They were 4 and 6, but I got a small dog because I knew I was going to end up doing most of the care. And then he had allergies, and I ended up bathing him every week almost.
He was a Pekingese.
Yeah, and you thought he was a pain in the ass. You
was.
would have sold him for $200,000 in a heartbeat when he was younger.
He was a pain in the ass, but a lot of it was because of, if he wouldn't have peed on a brand new carpeting, it wasn't even an hour old, and he peed in that same corner that he peed on before because he's marking his territory. That's just what he did. But
because they took his smell away.
But I will say this, knowing what I know now.
With these other
the dogs we have now, he actually was a gem compared to, to what we had.
What we should have done, we should have been prepared when the carpet people left. We should have locked him up.
Yeah. But anyway, the other thing I kind of realized, sort of, is I'm more of a smaller dog person than a bigger dog. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, the Pekingese was smaller, and you got used to him.
I kind of got used to him because he really doesn't take up a lot of room.
You think you could handle him.
He doesn't leave cow patties in the middle of the yard like Rigby does, and which are still out there, by the way. But it's just, I don't want a dog in the house because of the fur. I mean, I can't imagine what Nathan's doing with 2 huskies. I cannot imagine how he's keeping up. But anyway, so what do you think about, this lady? What do you think about her situation? Is she wrong by bringing up all these other scenarios, situations that could happen?
No, I don't think she's wrong. She is going to end up with care.
Yeah.
Because I got ours when they were 4 and 6, and they did walk him when he was a puppy. And they did some things, and then they got busy with sports. And when they were busy with sports, guess who got the care? I got the care. And then when Nathan went off to college, the dog was practically blind, but he's back in his room. He could smell him, and he would bark at him. So he would get a whole box of milk bones and just throw him a milk bone every time he barked so the dog wouldn't shut up.
Yeah.
He's like, here, shut up. He'd go, woof. And he'd give him another one. Woof. Well, the dog's going to... He loves it when you come home because you feed him a whole package of milk bones. So,
Right. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just, to me, I think she's right. Maybe later down the road when they're at 10 and 8.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know their whole situation. I don't know. Is it going to make or break them getting a dog right at the moment? See, my whole thing is, and I realize people work, but it just doesn't make sense to me to have a dog where 8 or 10 hours a day, you're not even there with them.
I was working part-time for our store at the point where we got Ranger, right?
Yeah, yes.
And so I was home part-time, so he wasn't locked up as much. But he also wasn't a nut like Rigby. He went in the laundry room when we were away.
I found my New Year's. It's here. Because I have it written down. New Year's.
Okay.
But that's here and there. But yeah, so you're right. I mean, our boys got a dog, got a taste of the dog at, well, Zachary was born.
Wasn't born yet.
I thought he was.
No, the dog was 2 years older than him.
Oh, okay, we got him. Oh, yeah, okay. He was born in 95. Zach was. Yeah. Okay. So it was right out. Yeah, because we had the two boys.
And we got the dog in 93.
The dog peed on you, and that's the one they wanted to Ranger.
Yeah, they wanted to get that one. He peed on Mommy, and she didn't even smack him. Because he was like only as big as my hand at that point.
Let's talk. I have so much. Look at all this. There's so much to talk about. But I'm thinking this one, I'm going to do this one. Because we like to walk.
Yes.
Oh, are you a food moaner?
Moaner?
You don't
like,
moan.
Oh.
You go,
You mean like that?
oh, baby, do that again. I don't mind you moaning, but it's not when you.
Cake.
Not.
Oh.
That's where the splashing comes in. Not for. I mean, I don't want you to. Yeah. They want to ask if people moan while they eat food.
I don't think so.
If you're a moaner, I don't hear you moaning. You better watch it. Okay, here's the question, and we'll end this segment with this because I think this is interesting. Would you rather receive $100,000 right now? Wait a minute, that's $1 million. Would you rather receive $1 million right now, or earn 3 cents for every step you take? So they give you $1 million right now, or every step you take from now until you meet your maker, it's 3 cents. What do you think?
$1 million now.
Believe it or not, if people would really look into this,
oh, you'd make
a little
more.
deeper.
I know you'd make more.
Not necessarily, but here's the thing.
Well,
so,
we are walkers, so we walk.
There's 8,000 votes. 3.5 thousand said they take the $1 million now. 4.4 said they want the steps. They wanted the 3 cents per step. So I did a little background. Okay, so boy, I wish I could. If you took the 3, I wish I could read my writing.
Like
this is really
10,000. Like say we have 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah, if you took the 3 cents, you could. Oh boy, my writing is so bad. You could keep going. It's about $195 per hour walking. An hour.
That's if you're walking constantly.
A lot. $300 a day, $2,100 a week. For a year, that's $109,200. So if you think about it, then I thought about this. It's like hitting the lottery. In other words, for that, if you did, that's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of steps. It would take you 9 years to actually
get your million.
Equal the $1 million if you walk the amount of steps you need to walk to get the $100,000. Right. So, I'd take the $1 million.
Yeah, I mean,
because there's days I've missed my ring. I was, I like to do the ring and close my ring on the phone.
Yeah.
And the walking ring, I mean. And I missed it. I missed the other day. Yes, we came home from, I thought I had my steps.
And you didn't.
And it said, oh, you didn't close your steps. I'm like, dang, what happened? But anyway, I would take the $1 million. Ladies and gentlemen, what would you take? Would you take the $1 million now or 3 cents for every step you take?
And we walk a lot. Yeah, I mean,
we do. I mean, in the summertime, I try to, on the weekends, we try and walk the neighborhood and stuff like that. I like doing that. But if I had a chance, again, this is another one of those figures that's life-changing. Mm-hmm. Especially if you
do it right.
If you do it right. I mean, the 3 cents for every step is intriguing, but
might get your butt out of bed every day.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so we come back. We'll talk about farting and burning calories, and then we're going to do the New Year's resolution that I found. Maybe Beckett is actually burning some calories by farting. You'll find out.
A lot of times there's something behind those farts.
But if you want to find out if that's true or not,
stay tuned.
You got to stay tuned.
Okay.
So we'll be right back.
Okay.
So you want to start a podcast. Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. Now, it is a lot of fun just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great-looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. So we left you with a farting question as we were farting. Our grandson is a professional farter. He's only 3 months old. And he's actually, he makes better sounds than I do sometimes for a 3-month-old. So the average person passes gas or farts 8 to 14 times a day. Now, they say that farting 25 times a day is actually normal. So how many times do you fart, Terry?
I know you. No, lately I've been.
You can't say you don't fart because everybody farts.
Yeah, but
in some way, it might be silent.
Think when my stomach is good, I don't think I fart that much.
Okay, all right. You do fart. I mean, just be honest.
I do.
It's okay.
I mean, last week
when
I wasn't feeling so great, I was afraid to fart.
Yeah, well, you should have been me after surgery. I did. I thought it was a fart. It wasn't. And I was I think it was it might have been like my second week of work because I changed jobs.
And you had to come home and change.
I mean, I thought I'd just gotten surgery and I changed jobs. And no, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't quite that quick, but yeah, I thought it was a fart. Man, that's embarrassing. But anyway, so Terry doesn't fart at all if her stomach is right.
I didn't.
If her stomach is right.
I said I don't think I fart 25 times.
That's a lot. I think
when my stomach is, straight and I'm not having any problems, I don't think I fart 25 times in a day.
Sometimes I get the walking farts.
Well, that's usually when you eat something spicy or,
I don't know. Everything makes me fart anymore. It don't matter what it is.
I think as we get older, everything gives us gas more than it used to.
I think so. I think it's what they put in our food. So a lot of people want to know, because they fart so much, is your body burning calories by expelling those farts? So, you think about this. Could you imagine thinking, man, I just burned, 5 calories gone. I mean, I think, to be honest, if you knew you could burn calories by farting, they wouldn't be embarrassed in the middle of the store. They would just fart.
When they had the walking farts,
and then you'd yell it out. That's 10 calories. Thank you. I'll eat another donut. Anyway, well, that's more than 10 calories. The short answer is no. You're not burning. You don't burn any
Extra
calories from flatulence. It doesn't happen. Farting is not a way to lose weight. It's just the body getting rid of extra gas in the GI tract. Could be many different factors. You had increased fiber intake. Your malabsorption of food, like with lactose intolerance, could be a problem. You swallowed a lot of air while you were eating and moaning. Maybe you were moaning a lot. And you're
chocolate cake.
Swallow a lot of air, and your next thing, that was a good one. It was like one of those little, sound like a wet one. So this internet, this was, people think that you could burn 67 calories by farting just once. That was in Women's Health. And it's just not true. There's no way you burn any calories farting. Listen, I'd be the first one to tell you, if I thought all my farting was burning calories,
you'd be letting it
I'd
rip.
be telling you right now, do your best to get more fiber, because that's the way you're going to burn that calorie, or burn those calories. So, you know what? If you have to fart, just fart anyway. Who cares? All right, before we get to New Year's, I want to talk to one more thing. I'm going to give you 8 healthy habits that's going to slow down aging by 6 years. And I always think that these kind of things are important, don't you? These are things we can do. If it actually
works.
Well, these are things we can do.
One's drink more water.
This is by the American Heart Association, and they discovered 8 essential things you could do to help slow the aging by as much as 6 years.
Is one of them drink more water?
Well, just hold on one second and I'll tell you. No. So that's on the resolution, the New Year's resolution, drink more water. So researchers used a checklist to measure heart and brain health during these experiments. And they took in a lot of factors like sleep, your diet, your blood pressure to gauge, individuals' cardiovascular well-being. So number 8 of things you can do to help slow down is manage your blood pressure. I mean, I think that's pretty common sense. If you can get that under control, especially if you can do it without medicine. Now, I'm not telling you not to take medicine. I'm just saying if you can find a way to exercise more
and eat right,
then you can manage it that way. Mm-hmm. Then that's the way to do it. I'm not telling you not to take them. I'm just saying if you can do it without medicines, that'd be the way to go.
A plus.
Yeah. Number 7, manage your blood sugar. Very, very important. Number 6, control your cholesterol. Now, that's something I'm still working on. I need to find, I know I need to eat better. This is, this time of year right after Christmas. It's hard because Terry's got the nicest cookies. I mean, I love to munch on Terry's cookies.
Thanks, babe.
Are we still talking about cookies?
I guess you're not. I think
So you control your cholesterol. I'm sorry, I got off subject there. Number 5, manage your weight. Of course, that makes sense. Sleep. I've been reading a lot about getting healthy sleep.
And I can't
People
sleep
need 6-7 hours of sleep.
Oh, 8 hours.
And then I just also read just recently, you know how people would say you shouldn't hit that snooze button on the weekends. It doesn't really help you if during the week you don't get as much sleep. You can't catch up to it on the weekend. It's not true. They actually said that if you hit the snooze button, sleeping a little bit on the weekend, it's actually better for you. Because even though you didn't maybe get enough sleep because of your work schedule or whatever during the night, during the work week, the weekends, if you can make it up an hour or 2 here and there, very good for you. So don't be afraid to hit the snooze.
That's not what it says on our health thing.
No, it's never the same. It's always changes.
Yeah.
All these things might change in a week.
Mm-hmm.
So get healthy sleep if you can. That'll help slow down the aging by 6 years. Quit tobacco. I mean, that's just common sense. If you're smoking,
well, if you look at people that smoke,
try not to smoke.
If you're the same age as someone who smokes, they most likely look older than you.
Yeah, there is something about the cigarettes that kind of
I mean, it makes your skin look wrinkly,
Yeah.
and
does something,
that.
So try and quit tobacco if you can. Number 2, be more active. We just talked about exercising.
Walking.
Hopefully, walking. Bring that cholesterol and the blood pressure down. Walk more. Be healthy. Be active. And I know this time of year, especially if you live here in Pennsylvania, it's tough. But there's places you could still go to a mall
And walk.
and walk. Or you could, Terry and I have had naked races around the table, walking, chasing
You're
each
gonna
other.
tell all our secrets, are you?
Why not? Well, it used to be that way.
Well, you said when
It's not that way anymore.
When Zachary was going out to off to college, you told your cousins that you were running through the house naked, screaming naked or something.
Yeah, it only lasted a couple years, and
Yeah,
that's
he was
over.
back. Yeah.
Well, not just him. But anyway, so be more active. And the number 1, come on,
Eat right.
Eat better. Absolutely. You got to eat right. And I wish I could eat better. We had cookies and crap in the office today. It's just, it's some kind. I mean, I wish I could be more disciplined in my life. That'd be nice, just to have a little bit of discipline. Like this morning, right? I go down to work, 7 o'clock this morning. Here comes this young lady. She had 3 different pans, and young girl. I thought it was amazing. She said, "I baked." She said, like a what's her title? I forget her title. She's in the field a lot,
Okay.
and so she made chocolate chip cookies, and then they had these cookies that were 2 different flavors, in the
Black
same-
and white cookies.
Well, it was pink and pink
okay.
and something. And then she made brownies, and then I was like, my goodness, but they were all coming in. I thought, oh, this is good. I'll just leave, and I did. I left. Well, I had to go back down
And so
because
you
I was
had
up.
them
I was up at the other building. I had to go back down because I forgot something, and there they are. Right.
So you had one.
I walked by
A
it,
brownie.
but then as I was coming back, I had a cookie. I just wish I was more disciplined, and it was good. She's a good baker. She's good. Good for her. A young lady likes to bake. There you go, guys. I don't know her name, but if I knew her name, I'd say that's the kind
Give you a
of
pitch for him.
yeah. Maybe she might be
Already
engaged.
spoken
I don't
for.
know. I don't know her that well, but anyway. So yeah, I just wish I would be more, just disciplined, and just say no. I'm not going to take that right now. But I don't know what's wrong with me. It's the sugar. It's like you need it. I gotta have it.
Sometimes sugar gives
I
you
need
a
some
lift,
sugar,
a
Terry.
pick me up. Sometimes sugar gives me
Can
a
you-
pick me up.
You give me a little sugar. All right, let's do our New Year's resolution. Which I could sit here and tell you, I'm going to eat better. I ain't going to last an hour. When we had our exercise room, I thought we were.
You were
I
going to
thought-
eat better when I went on the diet. You were going to do it.
I
with
really
me.
wanted to, and I again, I'm
But
just.
you had to buy extra
horrible.
food, and and you were always out there snacking. I could hear you at night, and I would go to bed because I couldn't take it.
Yeah, the Klondikes. God, I love a Klondike. So the dark chocolate ones.
So he'd be out in the living
gosh.
room. I'd go lay in bed just so I wouldn't eat because I was on a very strict diet.
You hear all. I try to be quiet. You can just hear it. Because those dang bags, you couldn't be quiet even if you wanted to, because they make so much freaking noise. It's
That
like-
and your cereal, your bowl of cereal, and your,
yeah, but I don't have. Like I went to go get a haircut today, and Ryder was eating. I said, "What are you eating?" She said, "Cereal." I said, "Oh, what's your go-to cereal?" Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it is.
good.
That's so awesome. That is such good cereal. It really is. Now that's one of those upper, and I love Frosted Flakes. I've always been a big Frosted Flakes. I haven't had it in years, but I like Frosted Flakes. Now I'm more into Honey Bunches of Oats, which is not bad, with the almond milk.
Yeah.
So it sounds like I'm eating better, but the problem is it's getting to that. So it's, the 2 donuts. Okay. All right. 3 donuts if you're going to really pin me down. And then it's the 4 cookies, 3 little mini 3 Musketeers, because that's my favorite, besides M&Ms. M&Ms and 3 Musketeers kind of run neck and neck, and then I've got my grandson. He
On
likes
M&Ms.
Nem. He hasn't asked for those.
I know,
recently,
because the last time he did was at lunchtime. He was sitting up and he said, to his mom, and she said, "You're not getting them for lunch." And he just looked at her like she was nuts.
Yeah, if he'd asked Grandpa, he'd have had them. So, New Year's
If you
resolutions.
had 'em.
Huh?
If you had them on you.
Well, I know where they are because she had a big bag.
Oh, did she?
I could have gave it to him, but I thought you better stick to,
I know, because she's not real heavy discipline anyhow.
But I don't want to do that to her. If she says no,
Yeah,
I'm going to
make
stick
me
to
sick of
that.
her.
So, they were talking about New Year's resolutions, and a lot of people like to start them after the holidays, which, right into the new year, start fresh. That seems to be the thing to do. But apparently, a recent study found 44% who likely or very likely make resolutions. 55% keep their resolutions for less than a year. 11% kept them going for at least 6 months. 14% made it at least 3 months. 19% lasted 1 month. And 11 were resolute for less than a month. So if you're launching a new routine, they said that the secret to a New Year's resolution is actually starting December 1st. I don't know why you would just start right before the holiday. But apparently they said something about
If
December
you make it through the
1st.
holidays,
If you can get through the holidays, you can get through anything. But that holidays would be a nightmare with all the food.
especially when you're running, your kids have programs and this and that, and yeah.
So a survey, that was one of the ones I got earlier. And then this survey said that they asked 2,000 people about resolutions, and it was kind of split by generation. Millennials, in particular, are the most over the classic resolution, 66%. So they don't really believe that the concept of New Year's resolution is outdated.
Okay.
They don't think it's really
For today.
what for. Yeah, half of those surveyed give up the resolutions by March. 5% have resolutions stick to them a full year. 5%. I'd give them the kudos for 5% for keeping it for at least 5 years.
For a
So
year.
then-
I thought
yeah.
you said a year. Yeah.
5% do it for a year.
Yeah.
The survey also looked at why resolutions don't seem to work. A lot of people feel like they're pressured into them. Like,
Everyone else was making one, so I made one.
yeah. They feel like they don't create lasting change, or it feels like a chore. Well, yeah, I mean, some resolutions that you make are a chore. Just like any other thing, if you want to exercise, it becomes a chore.
To exercise. Get your butt out of bed and exercise.
This thing here, I've stuck with it since the COVID. We have our exercise machine, which is still up. Now, I've
Your
missed
bike.
some days, which I'm upset about. But I did this morning. But the bike has really helped. At least I feel like I'm
doing something.
It doesn't feel like a chore anymore.
Yeah.
Because it feels like, I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I don't know if I miss my other machine.
Yeah.
I do miss that because I feel like I think my legs are getting, I don't know. Are they getting any
I don't know.
oh, never mind. No definition.
I don't know.
You don't see it?
I can't.
You can't see that right there? Man.
You building calf muscles there, babe.
It's the only ones I can build. 43% that they break a resolution, that they broke up a resolution in the past. Millennials are the least likely to admit to even doing that. Top reasons that people have not been able to stick to their resolution: they don't feel motivated, the priorities change, or they just forgot about what they were going to actually do. And this poll was actually conducted by Almond Breeze,
Almond
our almond milk that we've been drinking lately. And it found that
I don't think that's what we drink.
isn't it Almond Breeze?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess it's Sam's Club. It might not be Almond Breeze.
I don't know.
Probably not, because it's Sam Club. It wouldn't be. I don't think we have any in there right now. A lot of people feel that resolutions are unrealistic, and they're interested in setting some goals. And they are setting goals for 2024, Millennials, Gen Z, they're all trying to find different ways. So what are they, you might ask?
What ways?
You're supposed to say, what are they?
What are
That's, you might ask, what are they? You're supposed to say, what are they? Let me see. I got to find it because it's not on this page. I thought I was getting to that. They want to set goals, and some of the goals that they want to set are what? Oh, eating healthier. Trying
That's
to
a
do
New Year's resolution.
Yeah, of course. Trying to do more healthy things like walking, maybe a little bit of running.
Riding a bike, whatever.
Oh, here's another one that people are trying to do is trying to get their finances in order. Trying to be more aware of what they spend and what they spend it on.
And putting it away.
Consuming less sugar and incorporating more vitamins and nutrients. Vitamin C, vitamin D. I still believe to this day, vitamin D has been huge in my life since I started taking it. I don't feel like I get as sick as often. Now I don't take it if it's summer. I try not to take it as much because we're usually out by the pool.
Yeah.
But I still take it depending on, if we have a cloudy day
I
or
probably
whatever.
should have took extra today.
I just think that vitamin D has made a huge difference in my life by taking it. Are you okay over there? Mm-hmm. I have to go find that burp. I couldn't find the yawn in the last thing we did yesterday, and you just yawned again today, like I'm keeping you awake. If I can't keep you awake, I can only imagine what the poor people who are listening to this on. They're probably thinking, this is how I get my sleep. I listen to you two. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Beep, 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 beep. It's the Three Stooges. All right, so the other thing I was going to talk about, but I didn't set it up, was we were going to do this. It was online. It's called, it was by BuzzFeed. They wanted to ask you about a name. So I was going to give you a baby's name. You had to tell me if you thought it was cute or cringeworthy. So next week, we're going to do that. So I'm going to give you a baby's name that's been
Either
coming out.
Cute or cringe.
And you might think, oh, that's cute, or ew, that's cringy. We'll do that next week. But our last subject of our show is women. Are they better multitaskers?
Yes.
Well, that's it for our show. Well, it says here. It even
The
says
women
here,
I know are better.
It's funny because it says
multitaskers.
another study has discovered what we already know. Women are better multitaskers than men.
You don't see them putting a man down where I was at the school.
Well, he didn't.
You got to answer the phone and the door.
That's all we have at our place, but it's not the same thing because you don't have kids coming in and out every 5 minutes.
Put things into the system to Skyward.
Well, this study only asked men and women to do a series of tasks on a computer. Both were fine when tackling the task one at a time, but mixed them up and men took 77% longer to get it done. Researchers think women are just better organized under pressure. So if you're under pressure, Terry, apparently you do better work.
I probably did do better work
because it
under
makes you
pressure.
really
You had to think about it.
about what you are getting into. So let's see. Did I cover all my subjects and some? Oh, no, we didn't do unexpected things that put you in a good mood.
Oh,
Should we
let's
do
do
that
that
one?
one. Yes, we
All
should
right.
do that one because I need to be in a good mood.
Okay, so you're having a bad day, right? There's always one thing maybe that could put a smile on your face. And that's always unexpected. You might, I don't want to I almost said it to give away one of them. So I got a bunch here. These are some things. There's 15 on this page. So these are just some of the things, unexpected things that make us feel a little better. Like, for instance, should we start in the back and work our way up?
Yeah.
So what do you think? What is something maybe that's happened to you that was...
My sister stopped by and brought me balloons on my birthday.
Okay. See, something like that.
At work.
Unexpected.
At work, yeah.
Number 15, getting an upgrade like on a plane or a hotel. Maybe you didn't ask for, but they upgraded you because maybe they didn't have it. Usually we travel coach, you and I.
We travel.
Or we travel in the baggage area. Whatever we get there is the cheapest way. And you get upgraded. Waking up before your alarm and realizing you get to sleep longer. Think about that for a second.
A lot of times I can't go back to sleep because then I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to wake up in time.
Number 13 of things that we find that's unexpected but put us in a good mood. Finding something you thought you'd lost.
Done that.
That was funny when he found my class ring
In the parking lot.
in the parking lot, and it's been years.
It had been years.
'Cause you had it
we
wrapped
were
in-
married and had kids by the time
What was that
someone
stuff
found
you
it.
had wrapped around? Purple
Mohair.
Mohair, yeah. I loved when
And wasn't it
I think it was Ray.
Ray?
Found
Yeah,
it.
found it. Yeah.
In a gravel parking lot.
Yeah.
It's weird.
He saw
And it was
something weird.
It was still in good
fuzzy,
shape.
and
I
he
think I
picked it up.
still have it. I think. Or-
Yeah, we thought it was gone.
Some other things put you in a good mood. A loved one says they're proud of you.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Put you in a good mood. Familiar smell from your childhood. I don't know what kind of smells. I'm trying to think.
I'm afraid of smells from my childhood.
A childhood. Why?
Well, my brothers had farting contests
No.
and stuff.
Yeah, that would make a big.
Remember, I had older brothers, so
All right, here we are in the top 10. Top 10. When you're trying to make a point and someone finally gets it. Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Either do or they don't. Number 9, your partner randomly shows you affection. I can vouch for that one.
Yeah, but you think
When it's
time.
unexpected.
When it's unexpected, you think it's time, baby.
That's the idea. You showed me some affection. It's go time.
Mm-hmm.
It's splashing time right there. Number 8, hearing your baby's first word.
Yeah.
That's always. Or you know what I was thinking the other day is I was trying to make Beckett laugh, and I would hit him on his stomach, and he acted like he's out of breath, like he was going to laugh, but he didn't. Number 7, hitting every green light.
Yeah.
You ever go down the road and you just
we always
1,
like
2,
it,
3. Yeah, that's the best.
Get all the way to work without stopping.
Another thing that could put us in a good mood. Number 6, getting a bonus at work.
Oh, that's always fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially when it's
Makes it
unexpected.
worth going in.
Or you don't think you're going to get one? Yeah, absolutely. Number 5, hearing your favorite song on the radio.
Yeah.
If it puts you in a good mood, then that's
Yeah.
good. Number 4, we're in the top 4, top 5 here. That was 5, was hearing your favorite radio song. Someone let you jump in front of them in line. Yes, that is
Oh,
unexpected.
that does, especially when you have one item and they got 30.
And they got 40 items in it. Yeah, 30 items in their cart. Because that guy that happened at the dollar store.
Yeah, and
She
someone
why
let
don't you
him
go in front? Ah, and you could tell he was really happy.
Yeah.
Number 3, a random compliment from a stranger. I love those yoga pants on you.
Yeah. I get weird compliments from people.
Number 2, getting a surprise refund. That's nice.
That's nice.
Diane actually got one today. She said, I said, what are we doing? She says, I got a check from my insurance. She had paid, this was from 2019. She paid like her house or whatever insurance. They gave her a check back for $286 because they said she overpaid in 2019. This is 2024.
20, yeah.
Now I got to give that company credit. She wouldn't have known that. Right?
Yeah, I would have
She would have never known. We would never know. So I got to give, I don't know who her insurance is, but that's pretty good. And the number one thing that instantly puts you in a good mood, Terry, you should know this. You should know this one because it's happened to me. It's happened probably to most of the people who are listening to this show.
Getting sex in the morning.
No, that's mine. I'm talking about what everybody finding money in your pocket.
Oh yeah, we love to find money in our.
Yeah, you put on jeans.
Then
you
when I bagged up clothes, I'm like, oh, I better check all the pockets.
Yes,
because I might have money in them pockets.
that's right. That's right.
Went through the washer and sometimes I somehow made it through.
Those are just some. Maybe you have something else that Maybe someone brings you dinner you weren't expecting, and it's like, oh, I don't have to make dinner, something like that. But yeah, finding money, I remember now reaching in my pocket, and it doesn't matter if it's $1. The other thing I'll tell you something else. I just thought it happened today. I was scratching those lottery tickets, and I won $10. Put me in a good mood.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter how much. It really doesn't. It's just the idea of
having more than you did before.
Yeah. All right. That is show number 1 for 2024. And I thought it went pretty well.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, okay. You didn't say it went well.
I haven't
You
heard
just said
it
that's
yet.
good. What do you mean? You're a part of it.
I didn't have a lot
You either have a
to
feeling.
say. I don't have a lot to say over here. I've been listening.
So you didn't think you were a part of this then?
Not a lot.
Well, that's because you're not. See, this was exactly what I tell you. If you're not feeling good, then this is not the time to do it. Because you're not a yapper when you don't feel good. You're a yapper
Well, I'm not a
when
yapper.
you feel good.
I'm not a yapper all the time.
Please. You are more involved, have more to say when you're in a better mood. It's just, it's just natural. But I thought it went fairly well.
Well, that's good.
You're not making me feel good now. I just feel like,
I feel good.
oh, okay. All right. Well, that's it. That's our first show of 2024.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.